As an educator, for me to make impactful change with my students, I have to first start with myself. So I first have to understand how my own identity has shaped the way that I see the world. And if I can understand that, then I can help my students understand how their identities have shaped their experiences. One of the most profound professional development experiences I've had as a teacher has been attending the Equity and Inclusion Institute. After experiencing the Institute, I couldn't unsee racism or sexism or homophobia. I've become more empathetic, and I've tried to think about ways that I can actually disrupt racism or sexism if I see it. When I was growing up, a lot of the books that I read in school were written by white men. The Institute showed me how, as a writing and humanities teacher, I could actually honor those voices that have historically been oppressed. Recently, we've been reading a lot of poetry from the perspective of people who have historically not been heard. One specific example of something I learned from the Institute that I implemented in my classroom was a slavery project. Both how systems of oppression were upheld, but also how they were disrupted. It's equally important to focus on all the joy and the activism and the hope to give students the examples and mentorship that they too can make positive change in their lives. Since the Equity and Inclusion Institute, myself and other faculty have been meeting regularly to talk about best practices for incorporating what we learned into our classroom on a regular basis. Additionally, myself and other faculty who identify as white are meeting regularly to understand our own awareness and the own role that we can play to disrupt racism in society.